Okay, so give us a few moments here because we are bringing on a special guest in a little bit here. Um, okay, so there we go. I see you, Jen. I'm waving at you. How do we bring somebody on? Invite to join. Okay, so everybody just bear with me here for a moment. All right, Jen, so I have you set up. Can you hear me, Jen? I have you set up. So when I'm ready, we can go live with you. I think we're good to go. This just might work, everybody. Okay, so hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Say hello. Let me know that you are here. And let me also remind you, if you are on Facebook, to be sure to click the link that's provided by StreamYard so I can see who you are. If you haven't done that, you're going to show up as Facebook user. And that's how I will have to address you. So if you are a Facebook user and you may not know, like somebody said, hello, beautiful, let me know who that is. And thank you for saying hello, beautiful. We are also on Instagram as well as YouTube. And tonight is Oracle Slumber Party. So we do have a special guest with us this evening. But first, I want to talk a little bit about what we're doing tonight with our oracles. And as a reminder, as people are coming on, that Oracle Slumber Party is one of my favorite ways to use oracle cards. I do it every single night. The cards sit in a special little box on my nightstand, and before I turn that light out, I pick a card. This allows me to reset myself, to realign with the space that I want to be, to check in with myself, to reflect on the day, whatever it is that I'm needing. It's a beautiful soul message and a beautiful way to end your day, go to sleep for a nice slumber, and then wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. So if you saw the video, oh, this card just popped out, so I guess that's it. If you saw the video that I shared the other day, I shared a little bit about my book that I've been working on. And I wanted to go into that a little bit further because I said something that could have been a little confusing, where the balance in your spiritual practice and in yourself, your personal self, can transpire through recognizing the acknowledgement of each necessary essential part of your being, and this will allow the unnecessary parts to be dismissed. If you heard it, you know what I'm saying, and if not, go back and watch it because it's really good. But let me just dive into that a little bit further and explain the difference between the recognition and the acknowledgement. The recognition is seeing the situation, not necessarily seeing it for what it's worth in the moment, but just seeing it, recognizing it, noticing it. That's a moment for pause. Now we take the moment to acknowledge what we just recognized. And this is allowing us to take a closer look at the thought, to decipher the lesson, the need, the want, and the release. So the recognition is seeing it. The acknowledgement is taking a closer look at the situation. The balance of this thought through the preparation that you are doing with your practice. So, I like that a lot, because think about your spiritual practice that you're doing hopefully on a daily basis. And if not, you come back to it when you remember or when you have the time. But this is a good way to look at that practice as preparation to get to where it is you want to go. For me, it was personal emotional freedom. That's been my quest for years, is to find that space of living in the best possible way that I can, to show up best for myself every single day, to begin where I am, to begin again where I am if need be. I begin again often throughout the day. When I find myself in those moments, I recognize them and then I acknowledge them, and then I can move forward because I'm already prepared, because I'm maintaining a safe and a sacred space to guide myself to achievable wellness. Yes, wellness is achievable. So that is my special message that I wanted to share with you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and do the card for the collective, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring Jen on because she's got a special surprise for everybody, and I just want to share it with the world because you'll see why in a moment. And then we're both going to choose cards for people. So if you're going to want a card, when we are ready, we will say if you're ready for a card. So don't go doing it now because I don't want to have to go through, looking through everything to catch up with people. So here is the card for the evening. And this card is really, of course, perfect with what I just did. Or what I just said. It's card number 23. Discover your soul's mission through passion and love. Your next purpose will rise to the surface. And as we are doing our spiritual practice, look at this, everybody. We're totally focused today. I fixed the camera. Yay. Okay, I'm going to show it over on Instagram real quick. I love this beautiful angel standing in the midst of a golden light stream. And I think there's even it's fall. The trees, the leaves are changing colors. It's time for that release. And through that release and through our practice and through our preparation, this is where our next purpose will rise to the surface and allow us to see in a whole new way. So I'm going to bring in Jen right now. I'm going to do Instagram first. I think you're going to have to accept my invitation. And then I'm going to bring you in on Facebook. So bear with us. And YouTube. Hello. I'm going to say hello to some people that are here because when I was in thought, it's really hard for me to look through. Hi, Melissa. She says, what a perfect card for this season in time. Absolutely. Did that not work, Jen?
It didn't, but I'm going to go out and back in again because that might be the case. Let's see.
Jen, it does say that I invited you.
Oh, hold on. Now I got it.
Okay, we're trying to bring Jen on to the Instagram too because we're doing Facebook, YouTube on the laptop. Oh, here we have it. Woohoo!
I just have to turn my volume up. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I actually get my head in there.
Okay, I'm going to turn my sound off on my phone because it's echoing because there's
a
delay. Okay. Yay, we did it. Yay, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you for popping in with us. So we just did a nice little reading for the collective one more time. And Jen, while I'm reading this card, maybe you can choose a card and introduce it when I'm done, right? Just
kind of listening, right? I'm backstage listening and putting all that in that. I didn't pick one yet, so keep going.
Okay, let me turn that down more. All right. So discover your soul's mission through passion and love. Your next purpose will rise to the surface. I'm going to show it on Instagram first. And I see Carla is on Instagram and on Facebook. You guys, aren't you so proud of me? Look at my card is focused this week. I had to do an update on my camera. Oh, but I'm so happy it's working. I did a soul message for a client the other day, and like every card I put up was just a total blur. And I was like, okay, so let me just explain what this looks like, and I'll send you the pictures in your pamphlet. So I was like, all right, I can't do this anymore. So I had to. All right, so the floor is yours, Jen.
The floor is mine. I don't know where I'm looking, but so this is what came up, which is the world needs your magic. So I'll put it here first, and then let's see if I can get it over here on Instagram. So you're talking about the purpose, right? And that, right, in the world, this deck is the world needs me. I tried to turn my whole sound off. It's not. I'm still hearing myself over there.
Same.
It won't go off. That's very odd.
It is odd.
What's spirit telling us? Because I've never had that where it actually won't go off entirely. So this one, which is the world needs my magic, we happen to think that magic is fake, not real, right? Like, because we talk about the sleight of hand, like, don't look over here, so we can fool people, right? That's kind of what magic has gotten that
Or
that
dark. Sometimes you think of
right.
magic as dark, right?
Yeah,
Or like,
yeah, definitely.
mm.
Definitely. And if you look at her, she's bringing light, a whole light source, right? To it. And our magic is our truth. That's what it comes down to. It's our authentic truth. It's living in grace. That word keeps coming up for us, right? And
Mhm.
it's being honest. And when we can connect to that part, that's when we're living our purpose. That's the magic. It's not fake.
Yeah.
It's not pulling the wool over someone's eyes. It's living completely aligned. That's magic. Mind, body, spirit, heart, mind, all of it together.
Yeah.
That's
Full
magic.
alignment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's your magic. So that's what the world needs. Your
So,
purpose.
yeah. So you're bringing in the light while my angel is standing in the stream of light.
Hmm.
So they are very well aligned. I'm going to pop that up here again on Instagram for all you viewers over there. If you haven't said hello yet, say hello. Let us know where you're from because we love to see how far the light is reached. And we are just bringing beautiful, soulful messages for people tonight in a fun, uplifting way. And don't be confused. It's not a Sunday. It's not the first Sunday of the month. That's usually when Jen and I go live together for the connection, which actually is kind of like a little beautiful segue into what we do on a Sunday. And it wasn't planning that, but that's the way spirit goes. They put
Because it
things
was
into my
organic.
head. Yeah. So Jen and I do a live webcast show every month. Once a month. We started in February. And it's the first Sunday of each month, as long as our schedules allow us to do that. And we just talk spiritual practice. We talk intuition. We talk angels. We talk mindset. We talk intuitiveness,
Healing. Because you said
healing,
wellness, healing.
purpose, wellness, all the good stuff. All the
And
good stuff.
this last time we brought people on, and that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. We had our first light circle event. So that was
Hmm.
definitely enchanting. And I really enjoyed it. It was a fun little twist. So like a little round table, we're just
Yeah.
kind of sitting around the table and just talking about how we stayed within our practice, not about creating one, but staying with it.
Staying
So
aligned in it. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Okay, so let's go on. If you would like hey, Samantha is on Instagram. She says, "Hi, I'm from Jersey and Jen's old student."
Oh, there's Samantha.
All right, so we are going to pick cards for everybody tonight for maybe 15, 20 minutes. So the first people that pop on and say yes, they would like a card, please go ahead and do that. Liz already popped on. I think she had that typed in the post and was like, hit enter, ready to go. I love it. That's being prepared. And then we
Candace
have,
saying yes.
yes, we have Candace. And okay, we have a Facebook user. I'm not sure who it is. So please, it came right after Sherry on Facebook, unless, no, it wouldn't be coming from YouTube. It is Facebook. Okay. So I'm not sure who that is. So I'm going to have to address you. Oh, LJ is one of them. Okay. All right. So, and then Samantha on Instagram. So, all right, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. We're going to pull one for Liz first, since she was so prepared.
She had her button up.
And while I'm doing that, I just wanted to let everybody know that I am having a free intensive Oracle card training week beginning on Sunday. I will be going live throughout the week until Thursday every day and sharing some fun Oracle tips on how you can implement Oracle cards into your spiritual practice. Easy, quick ways, not in depth, like really dirty down. Let's go. Let's get to the jugular and let's squeeze it all out. I don't even know what that is all about. Like what? Like who talks like
Slightly
that?
dangerous, but I love it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Hello, angels. What is happening tonight? Okay,
It's
let's
kind of
just
like
pick
Oracle cards meets Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my God, that's so weird. And I haven't watched Grey's in like over a year. So
You're gonna
so
dissect.
I'm going to go ahead and put that link in my Facebook page. It is also on my the link in my bio if you're on Instagram. And but if you want to make it easy, just drop a heart and I'll give
Ooh,
you I'll send you the
I
link
just
personally.
got a jumper.
Okay, Liz, this is for you, my friend. Number 7, lucky number 7. Whoop whoop. You create your reality. It's not a matter of you can, but is that in which you do. It's once we realize that we are the creators of our reality, no matter what we're doing, no matter what we're thinking, that is a life changer. That is a moment to realize what it is, to recognize and to acknowledge what it is that you are bringing in. The butterflies are covering her eyes, blocking her from transforming fully.
You got it. It's in. I see
it. They're like a blindfold. So take the blinders off and see what is right in front of you. When we take those blinders off, we allow ourselves to see, we can recognize, we can acknowledge, we can accept, and we can release. Go ahead, Jen, what you got?
Well, I had to go pick it up because if you saw, it jumped out onto the floor. And this one is The World Needs My Kindness, which has this beautiful hummingbird, which is really important because the retreat that I just had recently was one of the archetypes given in the Munakai rites, the shaman rites. And so it's about drinking from the nectar of life. So how perfect that it's, so here's on Instagram.
Do you
so how
remember
perfect.
you pulled that card at retreat and what did I see behind you outside the window?
The
A hummingbird. Yeah.
And that is,
super cool.
that is, I have fallen in love with them since I saw them at your house. I never saw them at my house. I never recognized them, let's say. And so this one, which is The World Needs My Kindness, seems like it's, of course it does, right? But it's the kindness we show ourselves. We're always willing to show, well, most of the time, most people I know show others the kindness, but we tend to come last on that.
Yeah.
So if we want your beautiful card to come to fruition, to take those blinders off, we need to have love on the inside, kind about our thoughts, all those 60,000 or more thoughts that we have all day long. Kindness to ourselves, because the world needs that within ourselves to then be able to live our fullest and get those blinders off on the outside and drink the nectar of life.
Beautiful.
So there you go, Liz.
So tell everybody about your new cards real quick.
These came to be through many of the people actually that are on here right now. At the closing of retreat last year, we all had an intention that we were going to leave retreat with like something solid that we were going to bring to fruition. And when it got to me and I said, I'm not going to play small anymore. I said, because the world needs me. But when I said the world needs me, it was not an easy thing to say. It choked me up. You were sitting there, right? And I began to cry, not weep, but I had to say it a few times to solidify it. And then we all went around the circle and we all had a hard time with it, right? That we were that important in the world, and we are. So ever since then, we've been working on a project and I've been getting these beautiful pictures where everyone's been saying what the world needs about them. And so that's why it's called the Outlier Collective, because many times we feel like we're on the outside of a circle, right? We're alone, but we're not. And so all these beautiful messages have come from some really beautiful women.
I love that.
It does. It feels really good.
It
does. Snuck up on me. It wasn't my plan.
I know. Well, it hardly ever is when we're working in this industry. You know, that's the thing we all tend to maybe not realize or maybe forget. So we follow.
Just say yes.
Spirit's lead.
Say yes to the call.
They say
Trust,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Don't play small.
Don't play small. And you said something very important about these, that they're simple, and not simple less than, but simple to the core, right? A message that is pretty deep, but you don't have to interpret it many ways. It just is.
Yeah. And I know they're considered affirmation cards because they are a beautiful affirmation, to remind yourself throughout the day, the world needs my magic. The world needs my magic. In those times when you're feeling down or not sure what to do or where to go, and you can repeat that. But the photos and the artwork that is in these is absolutely gorgeous, that if you want, they do translate as an oracle card as well.
Oh, they absolutely do. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the best of both worlds because you can read the pictures, read the animal totems, read the pictures beyond the message. So you're
Yeah,
right.
definitely. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
We are going to Candace next, and then Sherry, and then we will do Samantha on Instagram. Okay, so we're picking for Candace right now. And Candace, I already have a card for you. This is card number 47, if that means anything to you. I'm not feeling anything coming from the number, but I always like to tell people just in case. This is a divine light card. This is white marble with beautiful streaks of golden light coming through it. And this quote on this card actually came to me at a really, really difficult time. I was in between the two worlds. I was in the void, so to speak, and it was I saw the sun coming up, and that beautiful glow that you get before you actually see the sun, right? So the light appears before the rise. So before the sun actually comes up, you see the light. So when you begin to see that light, when you can find that light in a special or in a particular moment, that little spark, know that the rise is coming. And that's enough to give you that momentum energy to allow you to keep moving forward, to give you that glimmer of, dare I say, hope, to give you sight into your faith, and to allow yourself to continue doing what it is that you need to do, but know that that rise is coming. And so here's the card. And there we go.
Beautiful.
And it's just a beautiful soul doing meditation on the beach with the sun rising or the sun setting, whatever you may feel. But in this case, I feel like it is the sun rising in the early morning, because every day is a new opportunity to begin again. Every breath we take is another moment to begin. We have the opportunity to press the reset button as often as we want to, because we can. Because we can.
Because we can.
Okay, Jen, what do you got to match that?
Of course, it's a beautiful match because the card that came up is The World Needs My Imagination. And here's why this is so perfect for that. Seeing that light before the actual sun comes up, even if we take one more step back from that, we know it's going to come up. It's one of our, we know, we have faith, right? That every day the sun rises and every day the sun sets. It's one of the things that we do hold true to. What we see in our world, in our physical world, has already been created. It is already in fruition. It's already been manifested. So anything that we see is already been done. It's old history. It's old news, actually, but we go by our eyes, right? If we want to work in bringing about brand new things into this world, we need to use our imagination. That's where it's born. What we don't see yet, what's coming, having faith and trust. And so this door opening and bringing about connecting with our higher self, bringing in something that has not existed yet, right? The faith that that sun is going to rise every single morning, the faith that we can bring into fruition something new. When we get stuck in the visual that we see around us, that's where we get such a human thing, right? It's already old news. This is already old news. This has already been determined and put into motion. It's done. It's boring. It's going into the imagination of what we're going to bring into existence that hasn't been there yet. So that's that faith and that trust that it's coming.
I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's pop these up one more time for Candace to see. And over on IG. I don't
I
know
can't
if I
believe it's
can say.
actually, this is going pretty well. Like we're in two places. It's actually, I'm like, I'm pretty impressed.
We might have to start doing the connection on Instagram too, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay. So I think we said Candace, thank you for allowing us to pick a card for you. And then we were going to do Samantha on IG, right? And then we'll do Sherry. And Carla, I saw your message. We did not do a card for you yet, so no worries. We will get to you. All right, so Samantha, this is for you on Instagram. This is from my Light Stream card deck. The other ones were from my Divine Light Connection deck. This is 56. 5 plus 6 is 11. A beautiful sign that your angels are near and always surrounding you. I love this quote. Oh my gosh, there's a beautiful rose on here. I have this really super cute story, if you guys don't mind me sharing real quick. So my husband went over to see my daughter-in-law yesterday because she had knee surgery, and he was leaving, and my 3-year-old granddaughter comes running down the stairs and says, Papa, give this to Mimi, because I wasn't there. It's not the angel, but it's the beautiful rose that I put on my my Archangel Metatron. So it was just the sweetest thing. Beautiful. She was just like, please give this to Mimi, 3 years old, and my pink roses are a sign that my angels are near. So that's why I had to share that story, because I just said card number 11. And anyways, here's your message.
Beautiful.
Happiness is letting go of what you think your life is supposed to look like, celebrating it for everything it already is. We have these preconceived notions in our mind, in our imagination, in our what we think is our reality that we're creating. And when we don't meet those expectations, we feel disappointed. I'm not saying don't set goals. That is not what I'm saying at all. I am a goal setter until the cows come home. But when you are in the moment of gratitude for what you already have, you set the wheels in motion to bring in more of what it is you are seeking. That's all I have to say on that.
You're like, period, mic drop.
Yes.
And so with that comes this beautiful card that is the world needs my embrace. And it has this, so if you want to go to the next and read the card along with the beautiful message, right? It's got this seat, this beautiful love seat that's big enough, comfy enough, you can kind of crawl in there. That's what I feel like, a really, really beautiful, comfortable place where you can be embraced, right? And if you look, there's 2 butterflies in here. So there's a transformation going on. We always are in transformation, right? It's not just one big thing in our life. There's a constant, and there's a embracing the grace of change. I was going through that yesterday all day long. I kept hearing that phrase, embrace the grace of change. It is a gift. You know, we want to hold on to things. This is why it goes with your card. We want to hold on to things, people, situations, jobs, because we feel like we're afraid to let it go. What's next? What's going to be next? And going with the imagination card, right?
Right.
There's always the next, right? The next and the next. And so embrace that change, embrace the transformation, sit in that, get comfy in it. It's okay. It's better than okay.
Yeah.
There's
and be happy
grace
with where you're at. Embrace that to bring in more of that.
Yeah, because these curtains, you're just kind of opening it up and walking through. So it's a beautiful.
I love how they work together. Absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Totally agree. Samantha, thank you for allowing us to receive that message for you tonight. We have a couple of people here on Instagram. I know we have Carla. Okay, we're going to do Sherry next, and then we'll do Carla. And then there's somebody after Carla. I'll have to scroll on there.
Was it LJ that was in here without a name?
That was one of them, yeah. So we'll do her after. We'll do Sherry. Who did I say? Jeez, Louise. Sherry, Melissa. Then we'll do an IG one, and then we'll do LJ. Oh no! If I skip If I go to Melissa, I'm skipping LJ. So let me backtrack. Whew. Okay. Sherry, and then LJ, and then Instagram, Carla, and then Melissa. Okay.
I'm glad
All
you
right.
got that straight.
All right, let us see. Oh, I got two that stuck together. Okay,
Twin
so
flame.
pardon?
I said twin flames.
Twin flame, I don't know. Let's see if they go hand in hand. But of course they do. So the first card is card number 32. It's a beautiful tree with some roots coming out and stacked upon some books. And it reads, your truth is only seen by you and the eye of your soul. This is about your inner wisdom, your inner knowledge, and doing the work to go inward to see all the growth, all the knowledge that you already have. There's so much within ourselves. We already have everything we need, which goes back to our last cards that we just picked, right? Being happy with where you're at to allow that beautiful light stream of energy to come through. And so, Sherry, the mate with that is card number 38. It's the me card. Your light is a mirror reflecting your authenticity. So how perfect do those go together? They're really the same message, just different words, just said differently to allow you to see it
Can't
in
make
a
that up.
different perspective. No. Okay, so
Well,
let's
that's why
go.
I said you can't
Go
make
fish.
this up. So
Go
this
fish,
fish.
Jen.
I pull the world needs my uniqueness.
Oh,
And here you are saying the me card, right? Because there's no
yeah.
one else like you, right? And if we want to take it one more step and read the card as an oracle, what I feel and see with her is that sometimes we feel we're walking a tightrope, right? On who we can be, who we show ourselves to, what group are we with? Let me blend with this group. Let me change for that group. And it feels like we're walking a tightrope. But if you look, oh, I'm just totally animated right now as I'm sharing this. She's sitting very comfortably, not worried about falling off, right? On this thin little line because this is me and just kind of plops down with her little elfish ears and her little braids. And this is me. Take me as I am.
She knows who she is.
She
She
knows who she
knows her
is.
truth.
And she's not walking that line anymore. She's like, come find me. I'm going to sit and there's more room on both sides. I wasn't called to like put lots of things in this. That is it. But look at all that empty space.
That's beautiful.
So she's calling people in, and that goes perfectly with the me, right?
The me and the truth.
The truth
right?
of you, right?
Nobody can walk that tightrope with you.
Nope.
Because nobody knows you better than you. Wow. This is fun.
That's why I was like, oh my God, I'm like uniqueness. I haven't pulled any of these from myself. Like I just keep getting the same one. So this is so excited when other people's energy are pulling this in.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we are doing, that was LJ? No, that was Sherry.
Sherry.
That was LJ. Okay. So Sherry, thank you for allowing us to pull for you. If you are live, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through everybody. So I will leave that up to you. I don't know how late you want to go. Okay, LJ, this is for you. This is card number 28. 2 + 8 = 10. 1 and 0 are extremely powerful numbers because number 1 is the first number in the alignment of all the other numbers, and 0 is the continuous sacred circle. So what a beautiful card. There's a lot happening right here. I'm going to pop this on here. This goes with the first card, Jen, that you pulled tonight. Oh, camera, don't fail me now. Oh, really? There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right. And I'm going to bring it forward a little bit. So there's a lot happening here. There's fire. There's lightning. There's sun. There's glares. There's birds. There's beautiful vortexes of energy. There's clouds. There's everything. There's a full moon. And the card reads, your intuition allows for the guidance of the non-physical world to be of assistance anytime. In the midst of the chaos, if you sit and you listen and you allow your intuition to be your guide, you will be able to find your way out of any situation. And that is from the Light Stream card deck. Go fish, Jen.
Go fish. I like that. Ooh, wait, that's the back. That's not going to show you anything. So this is The World Needs My Softness. And I just looked up rabbit today and I sent it to Lorraine because she happened to be the one that was her sign that said softness. And so I'm like, let me go see the animal totem. And it had to do with shifting and fertility, like birthing new ideas, not just the softness, if we're going into the card. But the Mary, the beautiful Mary with that card was that we want to put up our defenses when things feel chaotic around us, right? We want to like hunker down and put up the walls, but that's not what actually will get us through it faster. It's to lean in and to float through, right? And that's where the message is: the world needs your softness, not putting our fists up for a fight. A stance maybe so that you can sway like a tree with roots, but keeping that soft front, as Renee would say, that softness about you, because that's what's going to bring about the change. That's what's going to bring you through that chaos that might be happening. Not that we see any of that in the world today.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And I totally love that, because there's this beautiful light right in the midst of this whole scene that's happening. And that is your soft spot, right? That is your softness. That is your stillness. That is where you sit and you breathe and you pause and you reflect and you do all the things that you do that are in your toolbox to allow yourself to come through that.
And that quiet time. If you've ever used to have a pet rabbit, they are very intelligent and they're very loving. And there's this soft, like when you're petting, you just release, right?
Yeah.
You just release that tension. So be that person for yourself and others. It's your strength. The softness is not a weakness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So Carla, yes, thank you for that. We know there's an echo. For whatever reason on Instagram, we can't turn down our sound completely. So that is the echo that you are hearing. All right. So this is for Carla, who was on Instagram. Hopefully she's still with us. Give us a little emoji to let us know you're still there. All right.
Oh, Thumper. Somebody had the bunny too.
Oh, nice. Okay, so Carla, this is card number 38, which makes 11, which is another sign that our angels are with us this evening. I'll show you guys the card real quick here and bring it forward. This is the treasure chest, and allowing yourself to open that box. And what happens when we open that box? Our light begins to shine. When we allow ourselves to open up to our authentic self, to our true being, our light shines even brighter. So that's the box, is our authenticity, and allowing that to come through. The card reads that eternal vision leads to clear understanding. Eternal vision comes from your soul's light. Your soul's light resides in your heart center. Our soul energy is all around us, as my 1980s shirt goes flying. Woo! Our soul's energy is all around us, and our aura, it's reaching out to all different levels. But there's a pinpoint where our energy begins, and that is the light. That is the light that is shared between each one of us. That is how we are connected. When we're disconnected from that light, we cannot see. But when we're connected to that light, we have an eternal vision that goes with us into our next lifetime. It allows us to see beyond. So, go fish.
Absolutely. Okay. I have one. Did I win? Did I sink your battleship? No, that's the wrong game. Okay, this might seem strange at first. Where are you? Okay. but I know exactly what's happening with here.
Mm.
And this is a little, if I'm going to say it's badassery. She is the world needs my tenacity. And here's the thing, when we open up that treasure chest, that Pandora's box, and not in a bad way, right? It gets a bad rap, that Pandora's box. It's
It
okay,
does.
right? It really does. And when we go there and we start to own our gifts and our sight and our knowledge and our intuition, we are going to trigger people.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to trigger people who don't understand the light, who it's almost blinding, right? In some ways, it's like, I can't handle that. I have people who like have turned away from me and I don't take it personally, right? So this is the message that the world needs your tenacity. Don't turn away from your beautiful, beautiful light and gifts just because someone else can't receive them. There are so many people that need it. So
Yeah.
that's why this one is coming in tandem with that, is trust that treasure chest, pull all those beautiful gems out, and be okay when some people can't take your light. That's where you pull out your badass sword, because the world needs your tenacity.
Yeah. I love it. Really interesting how the two of those actually go together.
There we go.
Very, very interesting. Your
Yeah, because you
eternal
wouldn't think
vision.
of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you have
Yeah.
to. And it's not about being hard or fine, I don't care. It's not that. It's no, I'm grounded. I know who I am. And the more we're tenacious like that, the more people will want to find us. The right people, the
The
people who have
right
been looking for
people.
us. Mhm.
Yeah. Key word right there. The right
Yeah.
people. Your
The people
tribe.
that, right, that resonate with our frequency, right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not good or bad. Some
No.
people would just not, that's not where they are. Period. Doesn't mean that we're better or that they're less or that they're better or we're less. We're just not on the same frequency. That's all.
Yeah. We're just in a different stream.
Yep.
And that song is popping in my head. Islands in the stream.
I was like, oh my God.
No one's in between.
Kenny
Oh,
Rogers.
yeah.
Kenny Rogers. And yeah, I heard
Listen,
that
you
many
guys,
times.
this is one of the ways my angels connect with me is they give me songs. So when it pops
Same.
in, I just break out in song anymore. Yeah, that's who I am. I know I won't quit my day job. This is my day job. So
Don't quit it because we need you.
well, thank you. The world needs you.
The world needs you.
The world needs you. So Jen, these are available, right, for pre-orders right now? You're taking pre-orders?
I'm taking pre-orders until Monday. Monday, the
Okay.
orders go in for them to be created, a whole new batch of everything. So yeah, the exciting part with this is the first time I've ever created a journal workbook to go with it.
Yes. Yeah, good for
So we've been using
you.
it.
Good
Yeah.
for you. So if you are interested in pre-ordering one of Jen's decks, go ahead and drop a heart emoji in the post, no matter where you are. And then Jen will go ahead and we'll share the link in this post, but you can also go ahead and send them the link in their messenger if you want to. If you don't want her messaging her, don't put a, no, just whatever. If you're interested, put a heart in there. I don't think you'll really care if Jen messages you.
No, you'll know. Like if you're guided, and that's all there is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I don't like disturbing people in their messenger. It's like private. It's not the bathroom, but it's,
Well, you don't have to worry about this unless we see it. I'm not reaching out to anyone. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, there we go. But we'll put it in the post too. And is it in your bio? Is there a link in your bio on Instagram?
No, thank you for reminding me. I have to do that. Usually
Okay.
I change it every time I'm going to put that. I'll switch it up with my other cards. You're right. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me that.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. Okay, so Melissa, this card is for you. This is all about angel numbers tonight. This is card number 55.
Ooh.
Yeah, there is definitely a beautiful connection taking place right now all around the world. And the picture of this actually was taken in my backyard, and it's turned out to be one of my most favorite cards. And I didn't realize until just maybe like a month or so ago, the connection to the words to the photo. Like it didn't click, but you'll see what I'm saying because The picture was captured in my backyard, and it reads, "With light, you have the ability to stand in the darkness and find your way home."
Mm.
Oh my goodness gracious, the coyotes are going crazy in the backyard.
You have coyote? Well, we have a couple on our street, but not in my backyard.
Oh my goodness, it scares me. Woo, it doesn't feel good.
Are you sure it's not like mating season?
Oh, I don't know what it is, but they're howling and barking and oh my gosh. Okay. Whew, sorry. That wasn't a squirrel, that was a coyote. Um, okay. So with light, you have the ability to stand in the darkness and find your way home. This goes with, I think, pretty much every card that we've pulled up tonight about finding that speck of light in the midst of the darkness, in the midst of the chaos. Allow that spark to give you faith, to walk you forward, to allow you to get to the other side where that rise is going to take place. Go fish.
Beautiful. Go fish. So with that comes a beautiful combination of the world needs your courage. And I've been saying this a lot recently that living a life of compassion takes courage. It is not easy to always choose grace, right?
Yeah.
It's easy for the people that we like, but it's not easy for the people that we don't like so much.
Mm,
So that card with this, the courage to stand in what you know to be true and to make sometimes those hard choices because we've just, oh, we're just human. Everybody feels this way. Well, yeah, we do. We feel all the feels, right?
yeah.
But the courage is choosing what we know is right, even though we have all those feelings, which are natural and normal, but going to that place of grace and compassion.
And courage is another form of light, right?
Absolutely.
It's within that light that we
And here's
can
another
find
sword.
that she does have her sword. Look at all the beautiful light specks in that too
Yes.
underneath her sword. Yeah,
Yep.
it's gorgeous.
And for me, what we spoke of this last night in my sacred circle, healing circle. Swords for me are not about fighting. They are literally what I see is cutting through the illusions with light. It's actually opening up more layers in front of us. So it's opening. It's not about fighting and, jabbing someone else. It's creating more of a clarity for ourselves and almost slicing through the fog, the illusions that we've got in front of us. So that's for me, swords in all these cards. It's powerful. It's not a fighting, it's a clearing.
I love that. It's a clearing.
Yeah, that's what I see it. Literally, when I see Michael's sword, that's what I'm seeing. It's like layers that are in front of us, and sometimes we're stuck and we can't see, and it's taking light. It's a light source, literally, like a lightsaber almost, and opening up so that we can see the clarity. Yeah, that's for me, that's the swords. So.
Yeah, a lightsaber. I talk about that often, actually. In one of my courses, I talked about it and how I'm not a big Star Wars buff. I mean, they're interesting, but but they talk about what the lightsaber actually is and how it can cut through things. And so, yeah, your sword is that lightsaber or lifesaver, and not the candy, but right. Oh, God forbid I'm ever serious.
We don't need to be.
No, we don't. That's the beauty of what we do is it doesn't have to be dark and dreary and heavy and serious. It's when you bring more light into your life, everything literally is lighter.
Humor,
It
fun,
allows us to
joyful.
lighten up a little bit. And even in the tough situations, we can kind of glide through them in a beautiful way.
It doesn't take away the authenticity or
No.
the connection of anything, right? It
And the
actually
growth.
raises the vibration.
Yeah. It doesn't take away from your growth. It doesn't take away from the potential of your growth. It actually, I think, it kind of magnifies the growth in a way.
Absolutely. 100%.
All right. So I'm going to make a call here. I usually only do this half an hour on Wednesday nights. And just FYI, if you are listening, I'm going to be making Tuesday nights my new night because Wednesdays I'm with my 3 grandchildren. And by the time I get in here at 9 o'clock, I'm exhausted. So I think I am going to switch to Tuesday nights, but I will make that announcement so you will know. And so we're going to do one more card for Instagram. If Judy, is it Judy or Juby? Brenda Juby, I think. If Brenda is still with us, we're going to go ahead and pull a card for her. Hopefully she's still with us. Are you still with us? All right, Brenda, give us a little emoji. If you're not, then this card is meant for, I think Claudia was next. Claudia, are you still with us? Maybe this card is for both of you. Okay. So this is the second time. Guys, listen, I have my 2 decks together here. I have my Lightstream and my Divine. So there's a lot of cards, right? Over 100 cards. Well, I picked the same card. So this is the me card.
Nice.
And not only is this for Claudia and Brenda, but this is for the collective. This is a beautiful way to reflect on what we have talked about this entire evening. And it reads, your light is a mirror reflecting your authenticity. Look in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, look deep into your eyes. When you look into your eyes, allow yourself to see deep within your soul. This is a tough one. This is not easy to do because a lot of us, when we look in the mirror, we don't like what we see. And that's a beautiful reflection too, because what is it that you don't like that you're seeing? Because you have the opportunity to choose differently, to create your own reality. And I could literally go down all the cards that we picked today and how that really ties into this whole entire message. And again, this is 38. 3 plus 8 is 11. It's been all about the dynamic duo of numbers, 11s, and I think there was a 22 and a 55.
There's a 55, definitely.
Yeah. All right, Jen, so what do you have to match that?
Well, this is one of only 2 black and whites in this.
I think that's so cool. That was genius. That was just genius.
I wish I could take credit, but I just followed. I followed.
It's your inner genius that pulled it out.
Yes, or the above, right? And so this is the world needs my resilience, right? It needs me to realign and realign and realign again. And when I see something I don't like, or a weight change that's happened, or something that's, that it's not sitting right for me, my resilience is about coming back to my love, coming back to my light. So I say that for me, but it's the same for all of us. It's coming back to
me.
Coming back, right? And look at her. Like she's just the ish. I'm gonna say she's the shit. Like she's, and she is, and the reason is that what we realized, and I'll give this away, when Michelle and I were looking at it, when we were all looking at it, is that the only other black and white card is the inner child. So that's her, both ends. And that sensitivity, the world needs your sensitivity, right? That we kind of get browbeaten, that it's, get a thicker skin. Come on, you can do that, right? But look what happens when you don't browbeat that, when you allow it to be beautiful, right? You keep coming back in that resilience.
And look at the strength that she has. Like, look at her strength and her fearlessness.
Yeah. It gives me chills just looking at her. Like, I want that.
I want that too.
Because we have it. Because that's the reminder. Bring it back. Bring it back. That's why the pictures are so important. Bring it back. Be different. Be bold. And don't squash that sensitivity either. Because they go hand in hand. That's the me card.
That's the me.
All parts, right?
Yeah.
All parts of us.
All right. Well, thank you, Jen, for joining me for tonight's Oracle Slumber Party. I hope everybody sleeps well this evening, and we will put the link in on Facebook in the group here for people to pre-order your brand new set, which is the Outlier Collective, The World Needs Me. And there's a beautiful story behind it all, but we don't have any more time tonight. It's getting late, and it is time for slumber.
Yes, it is.
So thank you, everybody on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. If you're on YouTube watching, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll be live again next Tuesday evening. So maybe I'll pull somebody else up to come alongside, because that was kind of fun.
It was fun.
It's not always fun doing it by yourself. So,
well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a beautiful evening and a beautiful rest of the week.
Sleep with the angels.
Amen. I don't know why I said amen. All right, let's see.